know, you're a storm Draconian dragon. Very rare breed indeed. Shocking.
So, Dragon and I had a long talk last night about dragons, obviously. You'll notice my shirt. It's a storm, lightning, star dragon, if you will, Chinese form. Very me, being kind of, Asian oriented and liking the night. But it's ironic, after Dragon I had this talk about storm dragons, it rains. Rain is one of my absolute favorite things in the world. It's probably the happiest thing that could happen is rain. The more rain, the better. If there's lightning, that's the best. Hail or snow or sleet or anything. I wish I lived where there was snow, but rain is amazing. I used to be really into this show called Vampire Princess Mew. Well, I'm still into it. It's one of my favorite animes, but there was this line at the end of the anime where she's standing alone on the hill contemplating things by herself, and she says to herself, the sky is crying in my place. And I think to myself about that a lot, because often I don't let myself cry. I kind of choke on my tears. There was a character I read about once that she had her tear ducts wired to her throat so that every time she had the impulse to cry, it just automatically became like mucus that she just swallowed the tears, which I thought was cool. I kind of wanted that done. But yeah, it's weird because for a while now I've been feeling kind of like Storm from the X-Men, but I thought, and that's crazy. How the hell could I control the weather? Why would the weather, respond to me and my moods? But it's been sort of a noticeable thing for a while where I've been feeling like the weather has been reflecting my moods, because the weather does very much affect my moods. Like my mood disorder or my bipolar or whatever is a seasonal weather affected thing, and my friends commented on it that they notice the weather, how it affects me. And I think that's why a lot of people are bipolar out here, actually, is how the weather tends to fluctuate. But in my area, Oxnard alone, the weather actually is very different from Ventura, and really seems, especially my section of Oxnard, like within a 3-mile radius, the area that I usually walk or control, yeah, it seems like it's kind of almost controlled by me. Like I can almost like a swirling vortex get mist or clouds or whatever. Like there was this one time, it was literally just raining over my house. Like it was sunny, and but it was still raining, and there was a rainbow that seemed to start from where Oxnard ended at my house and Ventura began, which was weird, like bridging over the bridge that bridges between the cities, which was ironic. And the rain was literally just falling over my house, and it was sunny, and it was weird. And then I went for a walk, and the rain was following me, and I was like, this is crazy, but it happened. And then there was another time I was taking a walk, and I was like, this kind of sucks. It's like a sunny day, and it should be not a sunny day. And then all of a sudden, I was coming back, starting to get colder. There was a mist that was rolling in, and it was rolling in towards me, but the edge of the mist was right at the edge of Oxnard where I live, and that's where it had rolled into. And I was like, whoa, that's awesome. We have mist, and it's all the way up to where I live. Awesome. And, stuff like that tends to happen a lot, where you know, it'll rain here. It's almost like if I pray for rain, it'll happen, like a rain dance, or I don't know. It's interesting. You know, I call me crazy, but maybe Dragon's right. Maybe I am a storm dragon. I mean, I do have this watery effect. A lot of people, you know, call me a siren, you know, because I have this voice that everyone says is so sexy and they love to hear it, and it's so calming, and you know, silver tongued, and they can listen to it, and you know, I sing, and I'm always very calm usually, you know, with my emotions, to keep them in very tight control most of the time, and you know, have a very soothing effect on people. You know, I tend to be the calm before a storm. You know, I usually keep emotions very much in check, but there are times when I just lose it, and it is like the fury of a tempest or a tornado or a hurricane or whatever you want to call it. It's a force, and that tends to be why I lose relationships, because of the destruction. But honestly, they kind of had it coming, because I said don't mess with it, don't go there, don't provoke it, don't push that button, and then they do, and then it happens. So it's like, you know, I warned you. But yeah, you know, just some of the stuff I talked to Dragon about, and my boyfriend, you know, Danger 40, ended up taping. I hope it doesn't make me look like an idiot or a fool, because a lot of people don't believe Dragon about being a dragon. I believe in Dragon, but then I believe in dragons, and I believe in fairies, and I believe in fae, and I believe in angels and demons and everything in between. You know, I believe in the possibility of anything. The probability of anything is questionable, but you know, anything could happen, and there's a lot out there. I know I definitely have a very kinetic electric force. You know, sometimes it amps up to the point I feel like I'm being bitten to death by electric eels. And you know, I'll put out lights, I'll set off car alarms, I'll turn on lights, I'll, you know, have this frantic energy that'll last for days. And it, you know, I can't, it's like an overcharged car. I don't know, you know, it's definitely interesting. I was reading up on storm dragons a little bit, and that tends to be kind of how they are, you know, attracting light and lightning. Probably explains why I'm so obsessed with lightning from Final Fantasy 13, actually. I mean, she is probably my favorite character, like one of my favorite characters ever. And yeah, I love her. I'm obsessed with her. I would totally have a lesbian relationship with her. Oops, I probably shouldn't have said that. But I would. And yeah, probably explains a lot. Storm Dragon. Yeah.